Welcome back. I'm so excited that you're here joining us on the Lisa Nichols Show. This is that place where we have candid, raw, necessary, loving, sometimes not confrontational, but carefrontational conversations about what does it take to love the life you're living or to create the life that you absolutely are in love with. I love your comments. I love when you respond and oh my God, there's so much activity. I sit in my bed at night, sort of like as I'm relaxing and getting ready to, get a good night's sleep. And before I do that, I love to hear what you're talking about. I love to hear what I said that inspired you or what ignited your fire. Magdalene, I love your comment. You commented on the episode called Teach People How to Treat You. And you said, Lisa, quote unquote, I'm so glad to hear you talk about your yes and truly understand that your no is the greatest value because saying no gives you control over your life and control over your yes. This is why I had to make a turning point in my life after doing the mirror conversation. Magdalene, I'm so glad that you did the mirror conversation. When you look at that mirror conversation, it is transformational, sis. Don't stop doing it. We haven't arrived anywhere. You want to keep giving yourself value? Keep doing that mirror conversation that I taught you. You went on to say, quote unquote, I love myself so much more now. I get to forgive me for all the hurt and the pain that I brought into my life as well as others. Do you realize, Magdalene, the gift that you've given yourself when you begin that forgiveness process personally, not with anyone else, but with you first? How much space and energy is opened up. You went on to say, Lisa, thanks so much for all that you do and all that you've been through because it's all worked out for your good. Yes, I agree, sis, just like yours. So keep watching, keep commenting, keep doing the exercises so you can keep growing with me. And then Fenice, you commented from the episode called Why You Must Disrupt Your Norm. That was a spicy episode. You said, quote unquote, we will never know the number of hours or effort it takes for you to bring us these messages at no charge. This is the kind of platform the digital audience should spend more time on because then the world would be a better place for so many of us. Thank you, sis. I appreciate your comment. You went on to say, quote unquote, for the thousands of us that have this privilege, we are motivated for the better each time you upload. We can only reward you by actually working on this betterment we so much yearn for. Yes, yes, yes. Fenice, I don't mind at all spending hours, and yes, it's hours. It's early morning hours. To be exact, right now, it's still dark outside. And I wanted to shoot these videos for you before I got on a plane, another flight. And the only way I could do it is to get up at the crack of dawn, beat the sun up to come give you these videos. So yes, it is a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of organization, and a lot of financial investment. But when you say these words, sis, it makes it all worthwhile. When you watch, when you implement, and when you see your life transform, and together we're both walking the planet with the intention to raise our vibration, raise our energy, raise our love, raise our forgiveness, then it's all worthwhile, sis. You know, when I share a breakdown in my life, and I'm willing to be transparent about it, it's so that I can give myself permission to have had it. So often, you don't move forward because you're keeping such score from what didn't work in the past. You are holding yourself hostage to 1997 to 2005. You're holding yourself hostage in love to that past relationship that didn't work, or you're holding yourself in hostage in business to the money that you may have thought you wasted or the deal that went bad. And so one of the ways that I give myself permission on two levels, permission to have lived a life that has some beautiful experiences and some really tangy lessons. I mean, they're spicy, they hurt, they're painful. When I give myself permission to have had that, I also give myself permission to keep leaping. Give myself permission to keep dreaming. Give myself permission to keep learning how to get it right, learning how to love the unlovable, forgive what seems to be the unforgivable, to leap again. Even while I still have a bandage on my chin from the last time I fell, I still get to leap. I remember when my nephew first drove my car, and it was like his second or third time driving my car, and it's a pretty expensive six-figure car, and he turned right into a parking stall and turned a little short, and that big white pole to his right ended up all down the right side of my nice car. He was so afraid to tell me, as well any teenager would be. When he told me, I took a sigh. I was frustrated, but I made a point to do two things. One, to not show him any major level of frustration, because I knew that would impact his self-esteem and his belief in himself as a driver. And number two, to his surprise and to his father's surprise, I made him get right back in the driver's seat of my car, now with white paint on top of my black paint, and I made him drive. I was in the passenger seat, and I could see how nervous he was. And we drove until he got calm again, to just understand that that was a moment that didn't define his future. Now, we quickly got him a car, a lot less in cost, and I made it white, just in case he hit any more white poles. He couldn't tell. But now he's comfortable on the days he does need to take my car, or does need to drive a higher level car, because we immediately got back in the saddle. So I want to invite you, if you fall, fall. Catch your breath, put a bandage on it. Whether you fail financially, you fail physically with health and wellness, you fail spiritually, you fail emotionally, you failed in a relationship, okay. A part of flying is understanding what the distinction between flying and falling. And the only way you understand the distinction is that you experience full life. When you experience full life, it's like this. Life isn't just flat line. It's not just like this. You make your heights feel better because you understand this was a failure. And what I mean by a failure is this taught me a lesson. This stung. Every single failure has a lesson in it. To me, a failure is a lesson wrapped in some sticky, icky paper that stung, that hurt. And so give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to play big, to be nervous, to fall down, to sit down for a minute. Just don't take up real estate in the sitting down. Don't take up real estate in the analyzing. Don't take up real estate in the preparation. You've been getting prepared for a long time for something. Trust that you'll either fly if you leap right now, or you'll fall if you leap right now. And if you fly, you'll understand what soaring feels like. And if you fall, you'll understand what getting up feels like. Either way, you're okay. That's how I play big. With my knees knocking. That's how I play big, even when there's something in my consciousness reminding me of the last time I did something like this and it didn't quite work out. And I still play big because I constantly give myself permission to totally win and soar, or totally fall and get up. And that way, there's nothing to truly be afraid of. Remember, this is a dialogue, not a monologue, which means we're in a dynamic conversation versus me just entertaining you. Therefore, I'd love to hear from you. Come on, write me. Tell me, what about this message in this moment? We're at the beginning of a new season in our lives. What did you need to hear right now? What questions did it draw up? Or what revelations did it give you to go, yes, I remember? So many of our greatest lessons aren't lessons that we learn for the first time. They're simply lessons that we learn again that we're now ready to apply. So how was that for you? Comment below. Comment below and let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And share this with your community. Because remember, the only thing better than growing your life is growing your life together with the people that you love. So I will always say, this is your home. It is your home. So whenever you come back, welcome home. We are your tribe, your like-minded unicorns thinking as big, as grand, and as crazy as you. And I am your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And when I say I believe in you and I love you, it's simply because I do. And I can't wait to see you on the next episode.